This is 1 Minute Soul Food, and I'm Victor Salamba. This very wonderful Friday, dear listener, the 11th day of December, the year of our Lord 2020, dear listener. The year truly is flying by. We are almost at the halfway point, and in all things, I believe we give thanks to God because it is Him who has brought us thus far, and it is truly Him that has kept us, and we have to be grateful for that, regardless of where we are. Things might not have worked out the way you wanted them to work out, but one thing I've always known is that at the end of the day, the wisdom of God is greater than the wisdom of men, and God knows what you need and how you need it. As I just jump into my morning reflection this wonderful day, and today, dear listener, I'm talking about something a bit sensitive, and I think, but I like bringing it up every time because I know that our families are suffering because of this, our children are suffering because of this, and it's something we need to know how to handle it because again, it's an experience I had in my office this week where someone walked in and said that this is something they found in their house with their spouse and they did not know what to do. So today I'm talking about what to do. What to do when porn is in your house. What to do when porn is in your house. Because we cannot ignore this, and I like saying this boldly without fear of contradiction, is that we cannot live under a bubble and assume that this is not an issue. And you can't hide under the fact that pornography is an issue. It's a big issue, and it does not pick its customers. It does not discriminate on the customers. It actually can pass with any single person. I've always said it is different from another problem because with alcohol, you can drink, you can drink and everyone will see. But pornography, no one knows. And at times, it happens to come so close. You find that as a husband and a wife, it has come too close. It's come into your marriage. You find as a parent, it has come too close. It is with your children, and you don't know what to do. And that's the case that I had this week in my office of someone who came and said, Victor, I found this and I don't know what to do. I found my spouse watching porn and I did not know what to do. Now, can I be Victor, what does someone do when you walk onto your spouse and find them watching porn? What do you do? Do you jump? Do you cause chaos? What do you do? And it reminded me of a mother I met 5-6 years ago who had the same problem. So remember this from the very beginning. That number one, that pornography is a huge problem for many marriages today. I've always said it is the number one reason why marriages break in the world today. It overtook money. And that is and that is something that we have to be serious about. It overtook money as the number one reason of divorce. Remember something, and I want to clarify something, that in terms of conflict, people tend to fight more because of money, because they can see it, they can touch it, they can experience it. But pornography creates a silent fight that most marriages never see. And that is why it's the most dangerous issue in most marriages. That is why, dear listener, after a lot of research, it was discovered that it is the number one reason for marriages to break worldwide. Nearly every day in my office, I will receive a lady or a gentleman who is heartbroken because they found their spouse watching porn, or their spouse is addicted to porn, or their spouse always on it every single time. Every single week, I have to meet a young person who's battling with this. And I've said this statistically as well, that 49% of women, church-going, Christian, committed women are battling with pornography. 65 to 75% of men, Christian men, committed, active in church, are battling with pornography. So it's not something that, dear listener, we can wish away and hope to talk about it when we're in heaven. It is happening when we are here, And at times you wonder, what do I do next? How do I help my partner? How do I survive this? How do I live beyond this? Well, that's what I'm going to talk to you about very quickly today, and just find a solution that, first of all, this can be able to remedy, dear listener, this particular issue when you find it in your house. That this may be able to remedy it when you find this in your house. Number one thing you must do, you have to stay calm. You have to stay calm. Hata kama umestuka, even though you are very, very angry, or you are shocked, or whatever, do not show that you are shocked. It is okay to be angry. It is okay to be heartbroken over this issue, because what, of course, you found maybe your partner doing is not right. However, your ability to calmly address the issue will open up the door towards recovery and restoration of your marriage. If you find your partner there, you stumble on it on their phone or whatever, if you start burning the house, hii nini unafanya, umeleta dhambi kwa nyumba, you start burning the house, Dear listener, quickly remember already the person who's battling with pornography already is killing themselves. They are already struggling to live. They are already not liking what they are doing. Remember again, scientifically as well, that it is the hardest addiction to break. So already this person feels bad that they can't break it. So you stay calm. If you're a wife, stay calm. If you're a husband, stay calm. It has shocked you, you're in shock, but be calm. Instead of attacking, calm slowly. Calm down, look for a way to communicate peacefully and pull the person away. After they finish, waite tu mkae chini mwanze kuongea calmly. So when did this start? Okay, pole pole, don't burn the house. Number 2, recognize that pornography is an enemy to your marriage and address the issue as soon as possible. Because something very important you must notice this, dear listener, but pornography over time desensitizes us, and it takes more and more and more and more to kind of satisfy that appetite. And that is why it is a disaster to your marriage. Because you are unable to be, the person yourself is unable to be sexually satisfied by their partners, And so it is really pushing them deeper and deeper and deeper. So at the moment that you find it is there, the first and most important thing is you must address it for what it is. Don't address it as a hobby. Don't call it a luxury. Don't say it is normal. No. It is not normal. I had a mother in my office who asked me once a very simple question. And the Victor, fine, if my son is watching this, if my son is battling with the porn, is it every young man his age battling with it? And I said, we can say yes and we can say no. But the point is this, is it normal? Is it normal? Because I have seen it destroying marriages. I have seen it destroying futures just by watching. So it's important to note that call a spirit, call a spoon as a spoon. When it has come into your marriage, don't sanitize it. Don't sanitize it. Don't call it names that is not supposed to be called. No, be kind and say, no, there's an issue of pornography in this house, in this marriage, and it is killing our marriage. Because in this thing, it has taken us, it has created a new character or a new creature in this home that I don't understand. Your perversions have changed. Your desires have changed. Your things have changed. So what is this thing? We cannot ignore it and say, oh, but I know it's normal. Everyone is doing it now. I had someone once tell me this. In my office, there's a couple and they're going through this. And this lady says something to me. She says, but Victor, isn't it normal now? Isn't it everywhere right now? And I said, no. It being everywhere does not make it right. By virtue something is everywhere does not make it right. I was telling someone last week, someone was trying to sell me some drugs. These people who sell masks on the road was trying to sell me some drugs. And I was talking to someone, and I'm like, this is very normal nowadays. They are selling everywhere. Drugs are everywhere. I said, that doesn't make it normal. Even though it is everywhere, that does not make it normal, dear listener. Address it for what it is. Number 3, hapa ndo hesabu inaanza sasa. You must be keen to forgive your spouse quickly. Forgive your spouse quickly. If it is your child, forgive your child quickly. Because remember this, forgiving them for that habit does not mean that you are okay with that, with what they are doing. It just means that you are willing to pursue healing over vengeance. You are willing to give them a chance to rebuild your trust. So you must be keen to say, let me let go. Let me let go. I'm hurt, I'm angry, but I'll forgive you. Because also in this situation, yes, I'm hurting, but I want us to heal. In wanting to heal, fine, this has happened, I'm willing to forgive because you need to find a way together. St. Augustine once said that holding a grudge is like drinking poison and hoping the other person dies. So you can't say angry and say, oh, now you hurt me, I found you watching porn now, I don't want to talk to you, I'm angry. No. The moment you do that, remember again, I talked about this a few years ago. I said the person who's watching pornography is already struggling with low self-esteem. They're struggling with low self-confidence. You don't find a pornography watcher who has high self-esteem, who has high self-confidence. No. Who loves themselves. No. They're battling self-loathing. They're battling their own desire. They're feeling bad about themselves. The moment you choose not to forgive them, you fuel them to go back. The moment they feel that they have hurt you, they feel bad about themselves. They feel bad that they go back. So you have to be willing to forgive quickly. Forgiveness shows them that I'm not judging you. I accept there's a problem, but I'm not judging you. Let's find a way to heal together. Number 4, very important. Help your partner to have accountability. I've always said, even the people I walk through in my office who are battling pornography, I say it's one of the things in life you can never come out of it alone. Usiwe danganya mtu ndajitoa. Hapana, hauwezi jitoa. So you have to help your spouse to have accountability. Don't force accountability. Suggest it respectfully. Because it is important to note that if there's no accountability, then there's room for a relapse. There are many things you can do. There are many resources out there for those who are trying to cope. But even talk to your partner. Tell them, let's look for an accountability partner. Let's look for a way we can be accountable and work together. Whatever you do, don't make them feel like they're judged. But it means this, that I want to work with you. I want to be around. For a couple, you don't deal with pornography one person. I normally say in a marriage, I normally insist the husband and the wife come for the sessions, because you need to have accountability and you need to have someone next to you that you may be able to work with, dear listener. Because all these steps will encourage healing and encourage the marriage to come back to where it's supposed to be. Dear listener, after this very short break, I'll share with you the 3 remaining points. Stay tuned to 88.3 FM. I'm talking about what to do when pornography comes to your house. What to do when pornography comes to your house. And I'm Victor Salamba, dear listener, this wonderful Friday morning, dear listener. I'm talking about what to do when pornography comes into your house. And I'm addressing this, dear listener, saying very well that it is an issue that is eating our society, eating our families, eating our children, eating our spouses, and we can't bury our heads in the sand anymore. We have to address it, we have to look at it, because it is there and it is killing our homes, it's killing our marriages, and we have to be able to address it. So I'm trying just to give you a few things to do when you discover you have found it. When you find it on your spouse's phone, when you find it on your spouse's laptop, on their computer, when you find it on your children's phone, what do you do? How do you react? Because your reaction is very paramount on how it's going to turn out. This will be available on my Facebook page, Victor Salamba, within the course of this wonderful day. Number 5, very important point to note, dear listener, and this one I take it for the spouses who are there. Note that your spouse's porn habit is not your fault. Don't blame yourself. Don't blame yourself. Because many a times, you might think you did something wrong. Ati kama ningefanya, kama ningesema, it's not your fault. Please, 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 dear listener, know that you did nothing wrong. You did not lead your spouse to develop a porn addiction. It's not your fault, dear listener, it is their fault. So we live, of course, in a day and time when everything is sexually saturated. Advertisements, social media, all those things are out there. But dear listener, do not blame yourself. As human beings, yes, we are not perfect. That is a fact. But even if we are not perfect, we have the power to make a choice and to choose a decision. So the one thing you should not do, don't beat yourself hard and say it is my fault. Kama sio mimi hangeenda. Now I'm saying this because I have seen some spouses, and I'll try to say this in the best language possible because it is Friday morning and I'm on air. There are some couples who discovered that their partners were battling with pornography, and they took it upon themselves like they're Jesus to solve this partner's problems. Wakabeba yo msalaba, ni kwa sababu yangu. And the process of saying ni kwa sababu yake, what happened is this: they got looped into that particular lifestyle. They decided now to try and feed that particular perversion that their spouses had developed. Now, this led to some of these couples to go through very, very strange and perverse things in the name of trying to mitigate or trying to heal a problem that was never theirs in the first place. If your partner has decided that they're going to be, that is where you have found them, dear listener, first things first, don't say it is my fault. Only if I was more available, only if I had lost weight, only if I used to wear this, only if I was doing this in bed. You begin to overthink. And that, dear listener, opens up a bad Pandora's box for you. It is not your fault. The marriage might have other problems. The marriage might have issues. But the choice your partner takes to pursue a particular lifestyle, dear listener, that is not your fault. As a parent, it is not your fault. It is not your fault. Take it in that way. It's easier to solve it from there. You cannot solve a problem by being part of the problem. Number 6, remember that recovery and healing will take time. Recovery and healing will take time. It's not easy. You must try your very best to be patient with your spouse's recovery through this process. And yourself also to go through emotional healing. Because you'll have mixed feelings about everything at that point. You'll have mixed feelings about being intimate. You'll have mixed feelings about what they say. Everything will take a different turn. But slowly by slowly, also over time, in small doses, tell your spouse how you are feeling, that they may be able to understand. Also ask them how they feel within the journey. Keep dialogue open, dear listener. This will help both of you stay connected in the journey towards healing. Because the most important thing is this, is that if I remember it takes time, then I'm willing to be patient through it. I said it's not an event. It's not the easiest thing to break free from. It is not the easiest thing, dear listener, to break free from. We must be aware of that. So these very 6 very simple things I've said today, dear listener, are the things that you can be able to do when you find this in your house, when you discover it with your partner. I have done a whole other reflection earlier on, I think in the year or last year, about the effects of pornography in marriage. I've done it before, and I said also how you can be able to identify that it is in the marriage. I've taught that before, so all this is available on my Facebook page. Today I'm just talking about what to do when you find it, dear listener.